So this is the energy for today. Today is a King of Diamonds day. It is actually sitting in the environment of the Ten of Hearts. What is the Ten of Hearts? The Ten of Hearts is gathering with crowds. So a lot of people are saying that they're going to put on glasses to go see the eclipse. And they're actually like trying to travel to go to these places. There will be holdups with travel. Why? Because they have a Nine of Diamonds in Pluto. What does Nine of Diamonds rule? Cars. So it rules over traveling, issues with driving or vehicles. So issues with basically you're traveling and it's in Pluto. So it's going to be like a big deal. It's going to be like a life or death thing. Like, oh, I have to get there. And the thing is, you could possibly have your wish fulfilled, or you could possibly be in grief for this. People are saying they want to go put on the glasses and look up at it. Now, you see that the Nine of Hearts is the result of the Nine of Diamonds. You trying to travel to go see this, and you could possibly end up in grief. You could possibly end up needing a therapist because this total solar eclipse is in the sign of Aries. Aries deals with the head. So what is in your head? Your mind. Your mind could be altered. Aries also deals with your energy, your anger, your rage. So a lot of people could possibly have their minds messed up by trying to go see what's going on with this total solar eclipse. Then we have the Queen of Hearts and Mars. Now, at the top of the year, I did a video on YouTube about the Queen of Hearts being in Mars. And I was saying about maybe more men, because Mars deals with men, maybe more men wanting to get with women, get them pregnant, or like wanting to settle down with women. What I'm starting to see, honestly, in my honest opinion, is men being more aggressive with women. And it's on par for this total solar eclipse being in the sign of Aries. Mars is ruled by Aries. This is on par with more men being aggressive with women. A lot that I've been hearing this week is the word predator, people being predatory. In New York, it's a lot of things going on about women just being attacked by men. In the news, it's a lot going on with women just being attacked by men. And then we have to really take into account that we just had that earthquake happen over there on the East Coast also, right there in the New York area. So that is also on par with what's going on with the total solar eclipse, because in the life spread, well, in cardology period, the Five of Spades is the card for earthquake. But in the Five of Spades life spread, the King of Diamonds is also the Uranus card. So the Five of Spades is the earthquake, and then the total solar eclipse being Uranus. So it's like a correlation between the earthquake and then the eclipse. This is like a lot of people are saying, like, this is a sign. This is, you have to get your life in order. You really do have to get your life in order, but you have to really keep your mental in order. And then we have the Ten of Hearts as the peak, the karmic lesson. So the peak of the day is people being gathered together, but then like the karmic lesson. Now, it could work either way for however your mind is. Now, this could be you trying to go gather in that crowd in Queen of Hearts Mars. Something actually happens to a woman. Or it could be that you going to go gather, because remember we said the Nine of Diamonds in Pluto, and then the Nine of Hearts is the result. You go into that gathering and you actually have to go seek a therapist because your mind has been altered. And then we have the Seven of Hearts in Uranus. The Seven of Hearts is your boundaries, your unconditional love, things like that. But it's in Uranus. So that's like flashes of your boundaries being crossed. Like boundaries being crossed goes so on par with the Queen of Hearts being in Mars. This is, again, what's going on in the world. Especially, I was seeing like a lot of stuff in New York. That's where I was seeing like a lot of aggression. And I guess that kind of makes sense because, like, I don't know. When I think of New York, I be thinking of, grr, get at me, dog. Like DMX. He was so like a dog, like, grr. Like, it was just so like, and then like, when when I used to go to New York as a child, like it was just always a lot of people, a lot of like my parents telling me like, you have to stick close to me because you don't know these people out here. People like coming out of nowhere, like just trying to like talk to us and stuff. So I guess that would be like on par for that. And then today is being supported by the Five of Hearts. So the Five of Hearts is like a flirty card, but it's also a card of like breaking up and having a bad breakup. So that's something to look out for too. But then like I don't want it to be all doom and gloom, because on the positive side you have the Ten of Spades and Jupiter. Like when I think of that, I think of working hard. But I am advising people, because this is what I'm doing with my family. We're all staying in the house today. So being in the house and working hard in your house, like doing things to clean up your house. And then the Ten of Spades also deals with natural remedies. So being in the house and concocting like some kind of natural remedy to maybe fast today, because you could fast. But also you making some kind of ghusl. Now, ghusl for me is just a total bath, coming up with some kind of concoction to do that, to just cleanse your aura off after the eclipse is over. And then Eight of Spades and Neptune, that's like overcoming obstacles that you didn't see happening. Neptune also deals with bodies of water. So overcoming some kind of obstacle with like a body of water. And then when Saturn comes around, like when people think Saturn, they think doom and gloom. Me, I think of lessons being learned. So whatever lesson that you have to learn, because the Six of Spades deals with your fate. So it's bound to happen to you. So whatever you do, it's the qadr. That means that it's supposed to happen. Whatever is going to happen to you, it's supposed to happen to you. These are just things that you have to live with and you have to deal with. And be prepared to deal with them and work through them and live with them. But in my honest opinion, it's just don't go through life being afraid of anything. You don't have to be afraid, but in my opinion, you should be, I don't even want to say cautious. I want to say you should read the room, read the energy. Know what works for you and what doesn't work for you as a person. Because what may work for you may not work for the next person, and vice versa. So just keep that in mind. And then with the King of Clubs being in the moon position, use your mental power when you do right by people, because the King of Clubs is all about like staying on the right side of like the quote unquote law, because the King of Clubs is also like the card of law enforcement. So when you do right, you get rewarded tremendously.